So I've got a big announcement today about the John Weber team in the Lowcountry of South Carolina. As you know, we were voted the best team in the Lowcountry in 2023, and 2024, we won the same award, best team in the Lowcountry. That's 2 years back to back. Not easy to do. I feel we do a really nice job, but really it's a shout out to all of our clients. They're very loyal. They voted for us to be the best team, and we're humbled and proud. I'd like you to explore a little bit this Lowcountry Connect that we've created down in the Lowcountry, and the rest of this video is going to be little stories agents on my team are telling about people within the Lowcountry Connect, which is going to make a smooth transition for you to come down to the Lowcountry. We've got David Crowell, Movement Mortgage, Chuck Wiseman, Wiseman Law Firm, Charles Davis, Edge Home Finance, Scott Freiden, Hindsight Home Inspection, and Marc Ricciardi, Belmont Insurance Services. So that's going to be the rest of this video. It's going to be little stories about how they came and saved the day. So I think you'll enjoy that, because when you come down to the Lowcountry, you are going to need a support group, not just a single real estate agent. So to recap, the John Weber team voted the best team in the entire Lowcountry, and we've got a support group to help you. It's a complicated process, and we've organized the best professionals in the business to help you. So I invite you to watch the rest of the video. In this complex world of real estate, which now has transparency with buyer agent, you're going to need a professional realtor, whether you're listing your home, of which we do, buyer's agent, of which we do, and if you're looking for a realtor anywhere in the United States, we are part of leading real estate companies of the world, and we will find you a top agent. Can't thank you enough for voting for us. And when you get down this way, or you can shoot us an email, call us and tell us you're coming, or if you'd like a comprehensive home evaluation, we can tell you and show you what we do that's a little bit extra. Thanks for voting for us, and we'll see you when you get down here. As I was saying about our Lowcountry Connect program, we've got certain professionals that we refer a lot of clients to, because we've been through a lot of people and we know who's good, right?
Exactly.
And we're talking about Hindsight Home Inspections with Scott Freiden. And you had a direct situation where people loved it.
I did.
So
I referred my buyers to Scott and gotten back in touch with them immediately, which is huge when it comes to getting in contact with somebody. They want to know right now.
Right.
So he did call them back right away. They went ahead and hired him to do their home inspection. Actually, it was a purchase here in Latitude Margaritaville.
Okay.
And they enjoyed and loved and really respected what he had to say so much that they went ahead and hired him on the spot after their first home inspection, hired him to go ahead and do their home that they're selling. So they were very thorough, extremely good, and put it in terms where they could understand it also.
Yeah, that's a biggie.
So very happy with Scott, those buyers are, and so I would refer him again.
So this is part of the team of, we call them ambassadors, but part of this Lowcountry Connect, where we're going to refer you to professionals that are going to be really good. So anyway, part of working with the John Weber team. I am here with Carolyn Welch on my team, and we decided to put together a video of our ambassadors and how they help our team, all these professionals in the Lowcountry. And Carolyn has a great story on David Crowell Movement Mortgage, because we refer a lot of business there. And go ahead with your story.
Yeah, so this couple from New York came to us in January of 2022.
Okay.
They were had been vacationing in Shipyard for many years with their children, made lots of great memories. Over this past 2 years, they've been looking at Shipyard, not quite ready. this April, they came down, ready, excited. We looked at, I don't know, 7 or 8 different condos, specifically in Evian,
Okay.
in Evian Villas and Shipyard. Found the one. These guys were really great. They came pre-qualified. Now, they had spoken with David Crowell, and they had spoken with another lender.
Down here.
Down here.
Okay.
They chose the other lender for personal reasons. So we're moving forward with the contract. It's a villa. The other lender requires this condo questionnaire, which is about 8 pages of insurance information, developer information, investor information, short-term rental information, all kinds of things. We get that filled out. I looked at it. David and Ann, the buyers, look at it. We're like, hey, this looks great. We're not going to have any problem.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about this. Yeah.
Sent into the lender. Hard stop. They're like, we'll do it, but not at the terms we had previously talked about. We're halfway through the financing contingency period. They're gutted. These happy, great people, so excitement. He sends me an email, and then my phone rings, and there was just dead on the other line. Their voices were just they were gutted. That's the only word I can use.
Right.
So we're talking, what do we do? Well, we can send it in for a review with this other lender.
Right.
And I said, you know what, let's not do that. I said, you already spoke with David Crowell. Let me give him a call. Let me understand what's going on and give me a chance to see if we can come up with another solution with a different lender.
Was the other lender down here or up?
They were down here.
Okay. All right.
Yep, they were down here. So I called David. He remembered my buyers because he had had a conversation with them. I wasn't even, 2 minutes into the explanation. He's like, wait, hold on. I gotcha. Within 10 minutes, I think my phone call lasted. He's like, reading off numbers, and he's like, we're going to meet nearly every term of the original lender. So it's not going to cost them any more money. When the original lender saw that condo questionnaire and said, no, we can't do it at these terms. We can do it if you bring a lot more money, a higher interest rate. It was going to end up pricing them out of this condo.
Okay.
And David saved it.
Now, what did he do that was so different? I mean, do you know?
I don't really know,
Yeah.
except that he had a workaround
Okay.
for where this lender was saying, no, we can't do it.
Okay.
It was
Because he's seen every scenario.
He's seen everything.
Yeah,
It was
right.
changes that were made to Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae
Yeah.
lending,
Okay.
specifically to condos, back in like October of 22.
Okay.
And he says, I can work around that. And he basically met them penny for penny, term for term. And my next phone call was to the buyer
Happiness.
saying,
Happiness.
we've got you covered. David can do it.
Yeah.
You just need to call him. And David did this, by the way, when he was on the way to a Rolling Stones concert. So
He's a
he
rock
never-
and roller. I know
he
that.
Never, he never stops working.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
he never stops working for
Yeah,
us.
that's funny.
So we closed in the beginning of July,
Okay.
and they are just over the moon
Yeah.
happy.
That's great. That's a good
so
story.
they have the place for them to come and continue making memories with their family in Hilton Head.
That's great. That's really because they weren't going to buy it before. I mean, they
No,
couldn't.
they were done.
They were
they were
done.
like, if
Yeah.
we don't have a resolution to this or another option, he goes, we're
Yeah.
done. We can't do it. Our dream's dead.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Rolling Stones. Okay. Little story for you, and we'll move on to the next story. Okay, so I'm here with Tom Bridgke on my team, and to follow along with these different stories on our ambassadors, you have a story on Chuck Wiseman, Wiseman Law Firm.
I do. So when I initially moved down here from New York, I was building. I was scheduled to build that did not go well. That whole process did not go well. And the real estate agent that I was working with, not as helpful as certainly wasn't the John Weber team. That's for
Rookies.
sure. So my brother's the only one I knew down here. He's the reason I moved down here. My brother and then my sister moved here. So
Okay.
the family started moving down here. We moved down here. I asked him, who do you know? And he said Chuck Wiseman he knew, and a lot of the other parents that he knew and was friends with used him and were clients of his, and he was a great guy. So he gave me his number. I texted him at like 8 o'clock at night. He called me like 5 minutes later, started having a conversation with
And
me.
you didn't know it?
I didn't know him
Okay.
from anything. I mean, my brother knew him pretty well. They were pretty good friends. So Chuck talked to me for almost 2 hours, walked me through kind of everything that I needed to do. And that situation worked out pretty well. That was prior to me being in real estate at all. And then as I joined the John Weber team and you were developing the program for our ambassadors and told me that we were actually looking for a lawyer, I immediately thought Chuck Wiseman's a great guy. We need
Plus,
to get
he's
him.
been there forever.
Need to get him on our team.
Yeah, right.
He's the kind of character that we want.
That's right.
And he's been great. He's been great to work with, and I've worked every one of my deals I've worked with, even one of the deals that he didn't work on my side,
Perfect.
which
All
is
right.
rare.
Yeah, Chuck Wiseman, he's awesome.
He's great.
I'm here with Chris Ricky to tell you all the story using one of our ambassadors, Charles Davis, Edge Home Finance. And Chris has got a really good story, so take it away.
I have a couple good stories about Charles
Okay.
Davis. Charles lives in the community, and I met him one day when I was at the barn show. Came by and he introduced himself. Now, there's a lot of originators out there, so I'm approached all the time, but he just came across as a real personable person, so I thought
Yeah.
I'd give him a shot.
Okay.
Well, the first person that I gave him was a couple from Kentucky. It was Philip and Karen, and they had to do a VA loan. And you know, VA loans have a lot of complexities.
Yeah.
So I knew that I had to have the right lender. And him being the originator he was able to give me all the ins and outs of obtaining a VA loan. Of course, he closed it flawlessly. The nice part about it is they purchased a home across the street from Charles, and now they're friends, they're neighbors, and I think that's the most beautiful part about Margaritaville. You work with a client and they become your friend for life.
Yeah, that's great.
The second one I gave Charles just happened a few weeks ago. Her name is Meg, and Meg went and she closed here in Phase 7 on a cottage. Her mother was in assisted living, and she thought, wouldn't it be great if I could have my mom close to me? So she asked if there was a way she could purchase a resale in here. We wrote a contract and didn't know how I was going to do the financing because she needed a loan for a 96-year-old mother. So I contacted Charles again, and lo and behold, he has a program where an adult children can buy a home. It's in the adult children's name, but it would be for the parent.
Wow, okay.
And he is working on that loan now, and hopefully in another week and a half or so we'll be able to close on that. But that was a new program I never heard of, and I think with the cottages here in Margaritaville, it's a win.
Yeah.
The one thing about the cottages in Margaritaville is we sell a lot of them where they're connected, where the parent will be in one house and the child will be in the connecting house. Solves a lot of problems of what you're going to do with mom.
Yeah, that's true. Because they're smaller cottages and it works out.
It's like a large home, but mom gets their space, the child gets their,
Yeah.
I say child, the children are over 55,
right.
but they get their space, and it's a win-win all the way around.
Okay. Just another little story about our ambassadors on Lowcountry Connect.
So I recently had a really great experience with Marc Ricciardi from Belmont Insurance. I had a client who was purchasing a home with an older roof, and we were concerned about insurability. So I texted Marc and asked him to give me a call when he got a chance. It was late in the day, and within 3 or 4 minutes, Marc was on the phone, and we went through a variety of options for this client, and I just really appreciate Marc and his team and how responsive they are and how knowledgeable they are and how much they care about our clients.